What's good, Cowboy fans? Does it sting? I bet it does sting. You catch an L in the playoffs. You haven't won since '96. Does it sting? Good for you. Good for you, Terrell. It's my quarterback. Shut up. Ruined my damn team. You're still to be an Eagle. And we should have had a championship in this thing. But you kirked out. And so now you stink. And good you was crying on television. Whatever. To all the Cowboy fans who support the show, I love you most days. I respect that you respect me. Love the show. Does it sting? Is all I have to say this week. When you see the whiteboard, of course, is another edition of Each One Teach One. This one is really for the guys out there because I read a news story and it really alerted me to the fact that a lot of guys really don't know how to deal with certain situations. Glenn Rice is an ex-NBA basketball player. And Glenn this weekend, he played for the Hornets, played for the Heat, one of my favorite players. 6'8", pretty good swingman in his day, mid-90s. That's what fans know who he is. He got arrested this weekend because he went into his house that he paid for, where his estranged wife and kids live, where he has the key to the front door. He found a naked man in the closet in his master bedroom that he paid for that was dealing with his wife and whooped his ass and threw him out the house. And Glenn knew he was wrong a little bit, so he turned himself in. But it made me realize that a lot of guys don't know how to deal with women who have this thing called baggage. And not the emotional issues or anything like that. Because we can get past that. People can change. I'm talking about the baggage that they will always have forever and ever, which are exes and kids. There's nothing they can do to get rid of that baggage. So that is baggage that we have to set some ground rules for here on Each One Teach One for guys to be able to deal with. I know women are saying, we gotta deal with baggage too. We'll deal with you another time. Right now we're gonna focus on what guys need to learn how to deal with. This the bare minimum of acceptance to have nigga time with a young lady if you gotta deal with this baggage. First things first, cardinal rule that the brother broke. If there is an ex who has the key to the house, you cannot have naked time there. No, you can't do it. Because you really need to be comfortable to have really quality naked time. And if you're always looking over your shoulder, wondering if such and such is going to walk in the door acting crazy, you can't really get into it. So you got to cut out the naked time. Go to a hotel. Go to your house. Go to your mama's house. Wherever you staying. I understand. Now I understand why Glenn kirked out. It's a big mansion. And this little punk dude is gonna come in my mansion and knock up my estranged wife. Not in my house. Not the one I'm still paying the mortgage on. I'm kicking your ass. And that's what happened. I can't get mad at Glenn for that. He was wrong and he turned himself in, that's fine. But I can understand why you want to choke somebody to find. And the dude knew he was wrong because he was butt naked hiding in the closet. He knew he was out of pocket. So we gonna, first of all, that's the rule. Show decree. You don't do this, guys. Don't do that. You don't put yourself in that position. Now continue on with dealing with the baggage of the ex. Here's the first thing you want to deal with. If the ex is crazy, okay. If the ex is crazy out of his mind, and later you are dealing with allow him to be crazy without checking him like a grown woman should, naked time must cease and desist. It's got to end. There's nothing worse than you stand somewhere with some lady, maybe she at your house or her house, wherever it is, and here comes some dude screaming at the top of his lungs, I want to see my son! Diane, let me see my son! I want to see my... Ain't got no time for that. And if she allows this like it's cute, she got to go, man, because that's her drama becoming your drama. You don't need that in your life. You got to get rid of her immediately. Here's another one. If he's still crazy, and she uses it as an excuse for her to be crazy as well, you got to exile. You got to. I will give you a perfect example of when I was put in this position. And I will tell you what I did. I was out at a nightclub. It was somebody I was casually dating. Her ex walks up. I didn't know who he was at the time. I'm sitting there chilling, a bunch of my friends around. He comes up, starts, ah, la, 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 la. All of a sudden, she goes out of her character that I've known her to be, So yada and throws the drink in my man's face. Big, huge martini. Wow. I said, man, she's tripping. My man took it to the face, came back with a right hand smack right across the face. After she got hit, she looked at me like I was gonna do something about it. Like, hey, you threw the drink. Now you just got smacked in the face in public. There's nothing really I want to do or I'm gonna do because you made this situation what it is. Now you want me to fight and put my health in danger? I don't know what he got on him. I don't know this man. You started it because you wanted that to be your excuse to act crazy. You just got smacked. And that was the last time we ever hung out. That was it. And the last one to deal with the ex. If she is always comparing you to the ex, whether it's for bad or good reason, cut you off immediately. You got to nip this in the bud. What she really try to do at the beginning of it is she try to fool you, and everything you do right that such and such used to not do, she be like, boy, you don't never do what Leroy did. Leroy never did this for me. Dante never did that for me. La 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 la. No. This is a trick. You got to cut this out because it's soon enough. When you don't do something she likes, she gonna revert back to telling you what such and such used to do for her and why you don't do it no more. The second part of the baggage is very, very dangerous if not taken care of properly are the kids. Two pretty much solid rules to deal with the baggage known as children. If her kids are crazy and uncontrolled, love-o. I don't have time for all that. Uncontrollable, you know what I'm trying to say. Again, the cease and desist of the nigga time must commence. Why? One, she has no respect for herself or you for having you been around these crazy and uncontrollable children. The second thing is that she is fertile and proving herself to be fertile by having kids. Mess around and have a mistake, and you have a crazy and uncontrollable kid with this lady. And that means that not only will your kid be crazy, uncontrollable, and supposedly a part of your life if you're a good father, so will his other crazy kids, just by default. If her kids are out of her mind, you can't cease and desist, man. Cease and desist. You mess around, have a mistake, and have a crazy deranged kid. And you can only blame yourself. And here's the other thing we must touch on is the number of kids. A lot of people don't know how to deal with, she has 3, she has 4. I'm an engineer by trade. And you know what? I'm going to break it down to you in a simple equation. It's a 2-step equation that will always give you the knowledge to decide if you actually want to spend any more naked time with this young lady. First thing you do, you take the number of, and this is an equation for any woman that has multiple children, more than one. Okay, doesn't if she has one, this don't work. It's for multiple children. The number of kids divided by the number of dads, and you multiply that by her age. If the number you get here is not at least double her age, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for her. So what does that mean? If she's 24 and she has 2 kids by one guy, okay, she has doubled her age. What do you mean? If she's 24 and has 3 kids by 3 guys, no, she's not double. And so if she did not double, you must go to the second part of the equation. If she did not double, if the differences between any of the kids, so there's a differences between any other kids, any of them, and their age is less than 12 months, and they have different daddies, and each of them kids, the youngest kid, is not talking. I mean, she's just pretty much 1, 2, 3, whatever. God, I get rid of her. Immediately. That formula will always lead you in the right direction. Okay, I've given you the formula. Okay? If she's 24, or if she's 32, and has 4 kids by 3 guys, hey, it's a problem. Then you go to the second part. If she got one kid that's 19 months and another kid that's 7 months, wait a minute, what's going on? You're reckless.